Hi everyone, I just had the opportunity to sit down with author Vincent Newfield and talk about his new book, Jailbreak, Breaking Free from the Prison of Porn. As a pastor, I know this is a topic that comes up often in our church, and we had a great conversation. Let's take a look. Welcome, Vincent.
Hey, man, good to be here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your history, and how you got to this place.
Well, born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm a PK. My father and mother pioneered a church in Kenner, Louisiana for about 15 years, and my wife Allison and I helped. And so I've grown up in the church. I'm 40, almost 6, and I've grown up in the church since I was 5. So I've seen a lot of the good, the bad, the ugly, and I had a real problem growing up with porn. And there's a lot of people who are struggling with this issue more so now than ever before because of the accessibility of porn. So, you know, God has helped me to break free from this prison. And if anybody's been addicted to porn, you know it's a prison.
You know, as a pastor, I often have men in our church who will come and tell me what they're going through. And so I'm looking at your book as perhaps a tool that pastors can use to help the men in their church.
That is a really good point. I've been in ministry for, we were just saying this, about 25 years total. Yeah. And through the years, I have had men come up to me once they hear, oh, he was addicted to porn. They'll come up to me and they'll say, how did you get free? And John, it is so hard to try and download, you know, all of what they need to hear in one conversation, much less 2 or 3 conversations. So for 3 years, Allison and I worked on this book and put it together. And this is not just theory. This is real life answers for walking this out. So there's some great books out there on this issue of dealing with sexual addiction, sexual temptation, pornography. But this book, Jailbreak, is here's the sin, here's what's going on, here's the science behind pornography and how it works, and then here's the steps to get free, coupled with the Word of God. That's where the freedom comes. The Spirit of God takes the Word of God, works it into us in relationship with Him, and we experience transformation.
That's great. You know, one of the things that struck me about your book was that your wife Allison actually wrote in it and shared, you know, some of her things with it too. Tell us a little bit about that, about her part.
That was really unique because originally it was just going to be me writing, and the first year that we were working on the book, it was just me writing. And then we had this epiphany one morning when we had a devotional together, and it was like, wow, she has a real passion to rescue girls out of slavery, the sex trafficking slavery thing. And if you really look at it, and people are beginning to connect the dots, you know, the porn industry really is the connection point for the trafficking industry because it creates the demand for the trafficking. So we had this, wow, let's do this book together. So so that's what we started doing, and so in each chapter of the book, Jailbreak, I write to the men and I speak to the men, and then she writes to the men. And she brings the woman, specifically the wife's perspective. Here's a wife who walked alongside her husband who was addicted to porn, and this is her perspective. And one of the really neat things, John, is that she doesn't speak down to the man. She speaks strength to the man.
That's great.
She speaks encouragement. You can do it. You can break free. God's got a good plan for you. But she also says, hey, you know, as a woman, when Vincent was going through this is how I felt. This is what was going on in me. Really valuable. Again, I don't see that out there. That's what makes this book such a treasure to help couples, you know, come through this.
That's great. How can we find your book? What's the best way to find out more about you and Allison?
Best way to find the book would be jailbreakthebook.com. Jailbreakthebook.com. It's a website that has resources. There's links on there. I think we have 5 different options for buying the book. The digital download for, you know, people who have the iPad or the Nook or the Kindle. We have the single book, pack of 2, pack of 5, pack of 10. We've had a lot of people who have bought multiple copies and just really see it as, man, I want to give these out. I know so many people that need it. So whatever, we've lowered the price. If people buy more than one, we've lowered the price to make that accessible for them.
If you'd like to find out more about Jailbreak or just about Vincent and Allison, make sure and visit their website at jailbreakthebook.com. And if you'd like to place an order, make sure to use the promo code FREEDOM10 to get 10% off of your order. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.